Hey guys, Dion here and welcome back to my channel. So we are back with my second house build that I have done since we got the Sims 4 Parenthood pack. Very exciting, still in love with it. So much stuff we can do with it. At first I was just building a house, but then I was like, you know what, let's just build the house that I grew up in. So I'm building my childhood family home, I guess the way we can say it. Um, but I do want to use this house some way, so I'm thinking I'm going to use it in the 10 generation Let's Play that I have going on right now. So maybe it could be like a house that the next kid or the first generation goes into, um, or maybe even like the third generation or second, or we'll see. But I do want to use this house definitely for sure. I'm not 100% sure how I want to use it, but I do want to. And then obviously, because I know I said that I kind of mirrored it based off my childhood home, I still obviously, you know, everything's not going to be 100% because, it's Sims. It's not going to be exact. But the, like, closeness that I got to it, like, is insane, which I actually really love. Like, it looks, like, pretty sick and really good. And then, I don't know, I was just having some issues with the vents here, so I did have to turn on move objects just to get it to work. Nothing was really actually looking how it looks. But, like I said, it's not going to be 100%. But, it's pretty close. And I freaking love it how it turned out. And then, that the house is super basic. It is literally like what you would assume, I guess you can say. Like the neighborhood that this house was located or is located, or whatever you want to say. Um, Basically, all the houses in the neighborhood is basically the same. Just everyone kind of did their own kind of renovation to it. So, like the people to the left of the house, I think they like built over their carport. Same thing with the people to the right. We just kind of kept the house, as it is. And then, with plans on changing things up. But basically, it is. Let me see if I can count in my head for some weird reason. I can't. We have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and then we have 2 living spaces and a dining room. Now, my house actually does not have like a dining room in it per se. It used to, and then we got like the kitchen renovated, and we just haven't really gone from there. So basically, what I actually have right now is um our dining room table is in our living room just at the moment because we actually do want to expand my own actual house, but we haven't actually got to it. So basically what this is what it would be like after renovations, I guess is the best way. But like it's actually super close. Honestly, it is gonna be different because we don't obviously have like washing machines in here, and the back end of this house is basically what the storage area would be in my house, except I kept it a little cleaner, and yeah, I think that's about it. Floor plan here is just a little bit off because I realized that the top floor was just a little bit too small for what it actually is. Like compared to, I don't want to say real life because, like I said, yes, I went off of what my place looks like, but it's obviously it's gonna be different. Like there's no way the layout is gonna be the exact same in Sims because yeah, it could, but you're not gonna get like the exact shape of the house, and it's literally a square in my house. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't really know what I was trying to say there, but I was trying to say something. And then just kind of working on the deck. I didn't want to have like foundations on the bottom of the floor, so I wanted to find something a little tricky here. So I don't know if some of y'all know, but like when you get like the foundation post, you'll actually have like the foundation piece on it. So we went with these bad boys to create the illusion that the pillar is a lot longer, has like that concrete sturdy base to it, which I actually really like. I think it turned out really well. So I'm really happy with that. And then we need to just kind of fix the stairs up a little bit. And then, yeah, like in reality, the backyard is about 3 times as large, but I built it on a smaller lot, which is okay, which I'm cool with. But yeah, I think it turns out really well. So we don't have a master bathroom here, or like any crazy wide open spaces, because I did want it to feel really realistic, like not these giant wide open spaces that I usually build in The Sims for. So something like more cozy, family friendly, if I can speak. Something that just kind of, it keeps the family a little bit closer together, I like to say. And then we're just working in the kitchen. Of course, I have to use the new countertops from the Parenthood pack, which I, again, will say I freaking love the pack. Like, the this the detail that went into some of these pieces and just everything about it, I just love it. What I do wish is the upper cabinets that we got that actually is like the full glass. I just wish it wasn't so like lit up. If that makes sense. Like if they toned down that brightness from coming inside the cabinet, like that would literally be like my absolute favorite. But I don't know. I personally don't like it how like bright it was. So I did go ahead and I kept the same covers with the family or not the family, the Parenthood pack items. So just kind of keeping that what's you don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm the only one who knows what I'm trying to say. Goodness, I'm trying to keep that style, going together, and just really keeping the kitchen not overly thrown with crap and junk and excess clutter. Just keep it really neat and clean lines, not a lot of stuff. Keeping it homely feeling, but making it feel lived in, but not making it feel like some rat pack stuff's going on up in there, you know what I'm saying? And I was just going to put a bookshelf in there, but we just make the bathroom just a tiny bit smaller, just to fit in somewhat more realistic cabinetry, and using the dresser as a armor because I really like the look of doing that, and that's exactly what I have in my living room, so why not? Obviously the mirror, not the mirrors, those are I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just letting you guys know, if I'm talking crazy, it's not my fault. Apparently, I'm just a little bit tired. Yeah, no, oh my god, I'm about to call them mirrors again. Um, love the big windows. I wish we had one window that was two of those, or even just a window that was half the size in not length. I want to say width. That's length. That's width. Yes, half the size in length. So if it was just a little, like half of that, but just nice big clear windows. Like I don't know why we can't have that. I'm pretty sure we had that in The Sims 3, I want to say. But yeah, I mean just really a nice big open clear window that is not as big. Like that's all I really wish for, but not the two-way mirror because that's just a load of blah. And that's not what I want. I just want a really nice big clear window that isn't a full length window. Like half of that size would be super nice. So if anyone from EA sees this, or anyone who knows someone from EA sees that, just give us half of the full size window size, if that makes sense. That's all we need. Super basic living room, one couch, two side chairs. Yeah, two living room chairs. That's it. I mean, like I said, this house super basic, nothing crazy, and just making it feel like it actually is a lived-in home. And I mean, I don't know, the result, I love it. I absolutely love it. Something I did notice because I was testing a family out in this house. They tend to put the plates right where the platter was on the coffee table, so you may want to move that. It is completely up to you. Personally, I did leave it there. I just kind of moved it over back and forth. If like usually it was a kid who put the plate there, so I just kind of move it over. I thought I'd put in a computer desk here because we used to have one in the kitchen dining area, but then I realized, you know what? Nah, let's not put it there. Let's just throw it in the office because we do have an office. So technically in this house we have 4 bedrooms, but one of the bedrooms is used as an office. So if you wanted to just make that into the kids' room or the toddler's room or the baby's room, because we do put that downstairs right below it, you can easily just, switch it around or just put the computer right where back it is. 'Cause all I really do is add in some cabinetry and not much else goes on it. So just in the bathroom, kind of matching it with the kitchen using the same cupboards, the same counters. Just again, super basic, nothing crazy. I mean, I want to go something very simplistic and something very realistic, I guess is the best way to say it. Um, I really want it to be something that made sense and nothing that was like super crazy, but I want this house to really continue that flow in how it looks, but obviously each room having its own personality. So I know like basically the entire house that has all that gray color, which is true. Like the house I live in, it's, if you go upstairs, the color scheme, it's white. Lots of whites, lots of creams, but then the office does have that dark navy blue. And then when you get to the bedrooms, like we all have our own different colors. Like if you've seen any of my videos of Facecam in it, you can see that I have purple walls. So downstairs, what did I do? Purple walls along the room. So like I kept the flow of the stylus aesthetic. I guess that's the word I want to use. I kept that through the house, but I just want to give like the true personality to each of the rooms, if that makes sense. We are just here in the master bedroom, and I kept deleting the window just so I could line up the curtains as best as I could. Here, I failed at it extremely bad. It took me about 3 times to actually get it right. But we finally got it lined up, so yay. As for the bed in this room, it is not the best bed. So in the game that I was testing this game out with, I did switch the bed out. So you can easily switch it out. It just, to me, nothing fit. So that was where I was having the most trouble with this room, is that nothing fit the style of the house. Everything was either like too fancy or too modern feeling, or it wasn't really right. So the bed I landed on wasn't my favorite pick, but it was the best of what I thought went well with the house, if that makes sense. And I decided to use, because upstairs in my parents' room, my mom actually has like this vanity thing as her side table. So that's what I decided to do. I tested it. It does work even with that lamp kind of floating there, because I know on some dressers the Sims act like they can't get to it, even though they can. They just try and act all stupid. But they can get to it. Oops, I just hit the mic. Yeah, they can get to it. It is absolutely no problem there. And I was having some issues unlocking the career items. I don't know why I have so much issue with this all the time. I can seriously never remember the cheat, so I'm pretty sure that I didn't cut this part out. I think that worked. Yeah. So I don't know. I was just having like this awkward trouble doing it. And I know right here you guys can be like, why is there a random leather chair and a giant flat screen TV? Well, because that is literally what is in the parents' room. My dad has his leather chair and he has his TV. That's what it is. And then downstairs he has his fireplace. They're not together, not yet at least. But that's what it is. And I don't know, this room just was a little bit too blah to me. So I do believe I add some color into it. I don't know if I just do color, if I do wallpaper. I honestly can't remember. I think I was a little... Did I delete it as blue? I think I did. Yeah, I left it at blue. I was a little apprehensive of putting in wallpaper just because like there's no wallpaper in my house. Like it is just painted walls. That's it. So when I, the wallpaper and the, what's it called? The, I can't think of what it is called, but like the crown molding and all that stuff, it didn't really fit, and it could fit, but in my mind it did not fit, so I left it. Even the blue was a little bit off me, but it worked. It's alright. And then just putting in the entrance way, I say in quotation marks, just a little mirror. We do have like a little ledge there, so it works. Into the first bedroom on the basement level. So this would be the girls' teenage girls' room, or just girls' room in general. super basic, nothing too crazy. We do change it obviously up a little bit just to work with the design of Sims, just because, you know, sometimes what we have in real life does not work with Sims whatsoever, because they act stupid and pretend they can't get to anything. And if to add in a little glamour, a little pizzazz, we got the, I almost called it an elephant. Oh my gosh, you can tell that somebody's tired. We got in the giraffe lamp, which I think is looking fabulous. I do love that combination of like white, gray, purple, like dark eggplant purple, and silver and like gold. Like that is like my dream color combination for like any bedroom that I would live in. So I mean, props to me for for putting that lamp into there. So far, I have achieved the white and the eggplant purple in my own room. So I mean, we're getting there. I got some black. I got some blacks in here. You know, it's basically just my clothes because you know I don't own that much color, but you know, you don't really need anything else except for black. You know what I'm saying? And then just putting in the desk area, and I didn't want to give this sim in here a diary writing place. And I know you guys are probably thinking, why are you putting in two desks into a bedroom? That is just silly. When in reality, I actually do have two desks. Um, the one that the computer is on is actually used to be my sister's when she used to live at home, but she left because it was too heavy to take. So I kind of just took it over, and then the smaller desk where you see in the video, I actually have that as like my nail polish slash makeup setup. So I mean, it seems weird to have two desks in a room, but it actually works out pretty well. I'm just saying because you know I don't have my own bed, my own bathroom, or you know there's too many people living in the house for everyone to put all their crap into the bathroom. Um, and you know honestly nowadays if you live in like a normal sized house, which isn't even like that crazy of a size, especially up in Canada or this I'm supposed to say the state, for the province that I live in, like it's insane. I was actually talking to one of my coworkers who was down in Mexico on vacation, and he was talking to some people that live down in the states, and they're asking about the size of their house, and he's like, yeah, like this is the size of my house, blah blah blah. We got it for like this amount, like a high amount, like this is how much it's worth, and they're like, oh yeah, we live on like a 15-acre land, and our house is huge, and it only costs us like 25 20 2 225K, and like it's insane like the different the pricing in properties. So like this house here that I'm building in the Sims, like this is a normal like sized house for where we live. Yes, it's a little bit on the small side, but you know it's kind of there to normal. But then if you look at some places where people live, it's like, yeah, you know, I just casually live on like 100 acres and it only costs me like, I don't know, 300,000, and it's like, what? How is that even possible? Like, I don't know, like the house we live in right now, I think it's worth like 500,000. Like, it's a good amount, but like it's such a, like, but it's the land, you know? Like everything's always land based, if that makes sense, and cost. I don't know. I'm just going off. Anyways, back to the video. So we were just in the family room, and yes, bright yellow walls. You think I'm crazy? Yeah, no, not really. Fun fact: a long time ago, our dad painted our family room yellow, and then they decided they hated it, so they painted two walls back to white, and they left one wall or three walls yellow, which I didn't understand why, but they did. So I put in yellow walls because you know why not? Why not put in some fun color sometimes? Because everything just can't be grays and whites and blacks and pinks and purples. You gotta throw some yellow in. And I'm not like the biggest fan of yellow, but right now, like I'm loving yellow. So that room, it like totally works for me. Some people may hate it. Do I really care? Not really, cause I like it. So you know. So that was just the Babbies, the baby and the toddlers room. Yes, it is on the lower floor, which is could be a little bit annoying for some people, but you know I have play tested this house and you know it worked fine. And then we just have the basic downstairs bathroom, so that would be just basically the kids' bathroom, so the parents wouldn't really use it. In reality, this area would be the laundry room, but since we don't have laundry yet in The Sims 4, I just kind of made it into a little workout area. This in reality would actually be like the work room, but again, in reality, it's just gonna be the gym because you can't really do like everything that you'd want in The Sims 4. So that's what I did. yeah, it's like it's super basic. Nothing really goes on down here. It's literally like the rec room of all rooms, I guess is the best way to say it. And I don't think I actually keep this chest. Yeah, I got rid of the chest table because it wasn't really working. We do put in the science project, but I think I got rid of it. Yeah, I did. Got rid of it, put in a yoga mat, and then we just put in a guitar down here and the woodworking bench. I don't. Oh, you know what? Sorry, no, I did not put in a guitar. I forgot about that. I did that in my own gameplay. And then just adding in a dining room because I figured, you know what? It is The Sims. They're gonna want to sit down at a table. They're gonna want to eat somewhere besides the kitchen island. So yeah, I just threw in the wow, I was about to call it something else. The dining room. Again, super basic. There's nothing really much going to it. I literally just did the table and chairs. That's about it. And then I didn't really do like any paintings or like crazy amount of stuff on the wall. Just because, like, personally, when I grew up, we didn't have like family photos on the wall. We didn't have paintings on the wall. We didn't have posters on the wall. Which I mean, not having family photos. I mean, that probably seems a little messed up. But I mean, honestly, we just put in the photo albums. Like, I never remember having anything hung up, which to me seems normal. Like, when I go to, I don't know, we just never have really hung anything up ever. But yeah. And then just on the patio, getting in the barbecue because my house, we love to have our barbecues and our actual physical barbecue on the patio. And then my mom is really into gardening, so I thought I'd throw in a couple more planters. I don't know if the one planter that has been sized up even works. So that is something I was going to test, but then I kind of forgot about it, so I didn't. If it doesn't, they can easily just, downsize it and put in a couple that are bigger. And then just doing the landscaping, which I kind of tried to mimic. It is, though, still smaller, I say in quotation marks, than what I actually have outside of my house. So I do my absolute best. I just realized I forgot to put in. We have this what is it called? The I can't remember what it's called. Basically, it's a thing that you. Oh, the trellis? No, that's not that. I can't remember what it's called. Goodness. Well, let's just say I forgot a aspect of the garden that I should have put into here, but I kind of forgot. And no, we don't have a fountain in my front yard. I decided to try and make a little something fancy up in here. Make these sounds feel a little bit odd and odd. And then I didn't really know what I wanted to do for space, so I did start just throwing in these flowers, trying to fill it up. Didn't really like it, felt too cluttered to me. And the only reason I did that is because we did just go through our tulip phase, I guess you can say. We had like torrential downpours, and it totally destroyed half the flowers in my front yard. So we did pull them all up, but that's kind of the look that I was mimicking was that point in time, because literally, like, we have something here in the city where I live called the Tulip Festival, and it's literally just a field of tulips, and you pay and you go see it. I don't understand why you would do that personally, but that's just me, because my front yard is filled with tulips all the time, so I don't understand why you go pay for tulips. I always say, hey, you want to go see tulips? Come to my house. Don't go pay $20 to get in. See a couple 100,000, not 100,000, but thousands of tulips. To me, not worth it, but each their own. So we're just in screenshots now. So front of the house, and then we are into the entrance of the house. You got the mirror there, and the books, and the boat, I think it was. Living room, very homey, lived into the kitchen, probably one of my favorite parts in this house. And then just a second shot where I don't believe you guys saw me out in the high chair. You might have, I honestly don't remember. Into the dining room, and then we have the upstairs bathroom, very basic, nothing too crazy. Into the office, again, very simple, not a lot of clutter. Master bedroom with those kind of random blue walls. Downstairs into the family room. This would be the kids' bedroom number 1, or I guess just kids' bedroom. And then we are into the toddler baby's room, and then we have the downstairs bathroom. Yeah. And And then we just have the kind of extra space in the basement here. So we got the yoga mat and the workbench, and you can easily turn this into like another bedroom over here. Completely up to you. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this build. Don't forget to leave your comments, thoughts, ideas down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you all soon.